Christmas had always been the season I cherish most. I loved everything about it, the cozy atmosphere, the sparkling decorations, the laughter, and the feeling of families coming together. This year, I had really gone all in. I booked a high-end holiday trip for my family, a full week at a stunning mountain resort. Flights, lodging, activities, the whole package totaled $16,800. But the price didn't bother me. I wanted this Christmas to be unforgettable. The day before we were supposed to leave, I noticed something felt off. My parents kept drifting into private whispers. My siblings were unusually withdrawn. And my wife kept glancing at her phone. I convinced myself they were simply caught up in the last-minute rush and excitement. Then, on the morning of our flight, a message came in that stopped me cold. My sister had texted, "We're not coming this year. Mom and Dad don't feel like it, and neither do we. Happy holidays." I stared at the screen, reading it again and again, hoping I had misunderstood. But it was unmistakably clear. No explanation. No apology. Just a blunt, dismissive message. My heart dropped. I had spent months planning this trip for them, for us, and the very people I trusted to share the holiday with had chosen to back out without a hint of consideration. I sat quietly, eyes fixed on the vacation confirmation email. $16,800. A week I had pictured filled with family laughter. And now none of it mattered. No one was coming. A mix of anger, disappointment, and disbelief washed over me, and then something shifted. I realized I didn't need their approval, their company, or their gratitude to salvage my holiday spirit. If they weren't going to show up, then I would take back control. I opened my laptop and canceled everything: the resort, the flights, the reservations. Within minutes, the cancellation confirmation arrived. My chest tightened, but not from regret. It felt like reclaiming something that had been slipping out of my hands, my own sense of self-respect. Instead of drowning in frustration, I redirected my energy. I called a few close friends who didn't have plans and invited them to spend a cozy Christmas at my place. We cooked together, played games, and exchanged simple but meaningful gifts. I even put up a small tree in the living room, decorated with ornaments I'd collected over the years. The warmth and laughter that filled my home amazed me. It was real, heartfelt, and exactly the kind of joy I had hoped for in the first place. By that night, I had a realization. At first, my family's absence felt like a deep betrayal. But in reality, it opened a door. They had stepped away from the celebration, yes, but I had chosen my response. I turned what could have been a miserable day into one filled with connection and love among people who truly appreciated being there. The next morning, messages popped up from my family asking why I hadn't gone on the trip. I replied, because I didn't want to celebrate without the people who actually care about me. No anger, no fight, just honesty. Their silence after that didn't bother me for once. I had drawn a boundary, a clear line showing I wouldn't continue pouring my time, energy, and money into people who didn't value it. That Christmas became one of the most memorable I've ever had. Not because of luxury, but because of the clarity it brought. I realized that true celebrations have nothing to do with expensive trips or elaborate plans. They come from shared joy, mutual respect, and genuine connection. And if someone chooses not to be part of that, the loss isn't mine. By the end of the holiday season, I felt lighter, freer, and stronger than before. Sure, the $16,800 vacation would have been incredible. But the lessons I learned by standing my ground and protecting my dignity were worth far more. That Christmas taught me something important. Reclaiming your happiness doesn't depend on others. It begins with a choice you make for yourself.